Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about Earth, our planet. And the important points in today's lesson are landforms and water bodies. Now before we get into the lesson, here is something to boost your knowledge. We live on the planet Earth, and Earth has different types of forms like hills, mountains and water bodies. So can you name some water bodies that we have on Earth? We live on Earth. It is the home of all living things. Earth is round in shape and is made up of land and water. It has one part land and three parts of water. The Earth also has a thick layer of air around it. It looks blue from space. Now, land and water are not the same at every place on Earth. They vary from place to place. So today, let's learn about the different landforms and water bodies on Earth. Landforms. There are many types of landforms on Earth. Plain. A plain is a level and flat land. It is easy to grow crops on plains. The land of a plain is very fertile. Most cities of our country are in the plains. Hill. A high level land with a pointed top is called a hill. Hills are made up of hard rocks. It is difficult to grow crops on hills. Hills are cooler than plains. Now, did you know? A plain land is very fertile and is good for growing wheat, rice, maize, fruits and vegetables. Mountains. A very high hill is called a mountain. The tip of a mountain is called its peak. The peaks of very high mountains are covered with snow. Many rivers are formed when the snow on these mountains melts and flows down. Plateau. A plain on a hill or a mountain is called a plateau. The plateau looks like a table, so it is also called a tableland. Deserts. A very large area of land covered with sand is called a desert. There is very little water in a desert. We can see only a very few animals and plants in a desert. Do you know which is the most useful animal in the desert? It is the camel. It is also called the ship of the desert. Valleys. A lowland between hills or mountains is called a valley. There are thick forests in a valley. The shape of a valley is like a V. Usually, rivers flow through a valley. The land of a valley is very good for crops. Island. A piece of land surrounded by water on all sides is called an island. The weather on an island is very pleasant. Water bodies. There are different types of water bodies on Earth. Rivers. A wide channel through which water flows continuously is called a river. The two sides of a river are called its banks. Most rivers have their origin in the mountains. Lakes. A large area of water surrounded by land on all sides is called a lake. People enjoy boating on the lakes. Waterfalls. When water falls from a great height, it forms a waterfall. Waterfalls are beautiful to look at from a distance. Now, did you know? More fresh water is stored underground in aquifers as compared to the surface of the earth. Seas and oceans. Very big water bodies are called the seas and oceans. They have salty water. We cannot use it for cooking or drinking. Many animals live in the seas and oceans. We must therefore take care of this beautiful earth. So here is a quick sum up of today's lesson. The earth is made up of land and water. Plains, valleys, hills, mountains, plateaus, islands and deserts are different landforms. Lakes, rivers, Waterfalls, seas, and oceans are the different types of water bodies. We must take care of our beautiful earth. So here is a glossary of today's lesson. Fertile means productive. Formed means create. So here is a mind map of today's lesson. The earth is made up of land and water. The different landforms are hills, mountains, plateaus, deserts, valleys, and plains. The different water bodies are rivers, lakes, waterfalls, seas, and oceans.